Hello again, it's Kari, and today I have some simple Halloween cards to share with you. These ones require no coloring at all. Now, I love a colored image card and I love a scene card, but sometimes I just want a simple, easy inked card, and that's what these are. So I'm starting out with 3 different colors of purple distress ink and also black soot. And I'm using here the domed blending tool from scrapbook.com. It is one of my favorites, and I have mentioned it in a few videos before. I ordered a bunch of these because the ink goes on so easily. Even when you have a brand new ink pad, it seems like it just blends so easily. And that is a plus for me because sometimes I don't like ink blending because it does hurt my hands. So I have on my fingers, you might be wondering what that green piece of paper is. It's actually a Post-it sticky tape so that I can hold this inked panel without getting my fingerprints on it and without getting my fingerprints or without getting my fingers all inky. I'm just going back through all the colors to kind of give it that foggy look, really. And I'm going to test this now to see if I can put this embossing powder on. This is the Black Sparkle Embossing Powder from Ranger. It's a favorite. It's so perfect for Halloween. It's black, but it has some glitter sparkle in there, and I love it. So I'm testing this, and of course it's going to stick because that was a lot of ink that we just put on. So I'm just going to wipe that off with a paintbrush, and we're going to set this aside to give it some more time to dry. So here I have the Fall Sampler stamp set from scrapbook.com. I love this set because you have Halloween, you have fall, you have winter sentiments, you have kind of a little bit of everything, which is so perfect when you're on a crafty budget like I am. So I'm inking up the Best Witches with some Versamark ink, and then I'm going to heat set that with silver embossing powder here. I think this sentiment is so fun. In fact, I already have a couple other card ideas for this sentiment, so I'll probably be sharing those this season as well. So I'm just going to heat set that real quick, and I'm also going to cut that down to a sentiment strip, and I'll cut a second one down so that I can add some ribbon edges, and you'll see what I'm going to do with that here. Now I got a little bit of adhesive on the edges, so I'm using that adhesive eraser just to clean that up a little bit. And now I'm going to heat set this to make sure that it's dry before we go on to this next step. That purple looks really pretty and foggy, kind of like a Halloween evening. So I'm testing all the sides here, and it looks great. It's good to go. It's ready. So let's add some polka dots to this background. I'm using this dotted stencil from scrapbook.com. This is a larger stencil and one of my newer ones in my stash. I'm just going to ink this up with some Versamark ink. Yes, Versamark, because we'll use that embossing powder to make the polka dots on the card. And it's going to look so sparkly and just perfect for Halloween. I obviously put a nice layer of that Versamark on there. I wanted to make sure I got all those polka dots. And now here you'll see the magic. Pouring on that embossing powder, and look how pretty this background is. It's like we created our own patterned paper with just a little bit of ink and a little of embossing powder. I'll heat set that real quick, and you can see some of that sparkle and the shine coming through. It's the perfect backdrop for this sentiment. So now to attach the sentiment, I'm just going to cut it down a little bit so that we have some space on the side. We're going to make this look like a banner. The Best Witches I will pop up with some 3M foam tape, and then I'm going to take these ribbon edges and cut those shorter as well so that those can be glued down straight to the card, and it's going to look like we have a 3D banner on this card. So simple, and yet it creates quite an impact in real life. So you'll see here I'm going to add that foam tape to the back of the Best Witches portion. And then those other banner edges I'm just going to glue straight down with liquid adhesive. And I will curl up those ends just a little bit to give it even more dimension. So the edges are curled, but it is straight down. Adhered straight down, I should say. This is a simple card, but great for Halloween. Those purples and blacks and silvers, I love it. So there I have adhered that down, and now the last thing to do is just attach it to the card. And there you have the easiest, quickest Halloween card with no coloring. I did the same thing with the green card. I used peeled paint and forest moss distress inks for this one. And then I added some of these really fun Doodlebug shape sprinkles that are eyes. And they look kind of scary, don't they? So that sentiment is eat, drink, and be scary. And there's our 2 Halloween cards, just that fast. So I hope you enjoyed these easy, simple Halloween cards that are so quick to put together. I loved making them. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'll be back real soon with some more inspiration. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.